Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I'm super excited to come to you today with another fresh episode for your Wednesday. Thanks for tuning in. We have a great guest interview lined up for you, and I'm speeding through the intro because we are on take 2, because we were just like 10 minutes into the show, and I rolled my chair back and pulled the power cord out of the wall and lost our whole file. So we are about to restart, revamp, and redo our whole first half of the show. So welcome in, guys. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you're having a good week. I'm not as fortunate to be recording where I was last week on the Gulf Coast there from my balcony overlooking the white sugar sand and the sharks in the water. But I am home now in the office getting some estimates sent out, getting just caught back up, man. It's crazy. You leave and the work was able to continue, thankfully, but the selling and the estimating can continue for previous stuff, but not being able to get out and go look and meet with clients and stuff just puts you behind. So getting caught up on all that. And now this week we're just trying to bust out some new estimates, get some more work booked, and just keep rocking and rolling through the summer. But enough of me. Let's bring in our guest tonight. We got Cole Heigle here with us with Heigle Lawn Care. Again, this is take 2, so hopefully it'll be as good as the first one. The first one was good, but now that he's got a dry run here, he's going to really take the show away. But a quick rundown here. Cole started his business back in 2015, you said, right? 2015?
Yes.
Yeah, 10 years. So 10 years in, he's a vet. Hadn't been doing it full time, but still been doing it. And now he's done a lot along the way. He's going to walk us through some of that, tell us a little bit more of his story. And then we're going to talk about today, some issues he's having now, some struggles, and walk through and see how we can all learn and grow together. So, Cole, thanks for joining us tonight, buddy. I appreciate your time. Take us away. Give us the rundown here on kind of how you got started again, and then get us caught up to today.
Absolutely, man. I got started about 10 years ago. I was 15 when I first started. I'm 25 now. And I started in the Mississippi Delta, which is almost 2.5 hours away from Starkville. Y'all don't know where Starkville is. It's home of the Mississippi State University. But anyway, I started when I was 15, mowing grass. And yes, I was driving without a license. But, you know, you got to do what you got to do.
Got to do what you got to do.
I was in the country, so it wasn't that bad. But I was cutting family yards. I had about 5 or 6 of them. And then I entered a contract for commercial work, which includes courthouses, voting stations, fire stations, and whatnot like that. And that was some really good money. I did that all the way through high school. And then I went to college, and while I was at college, I was traveling back and forth to the Delta to mow grass on the weekends. And I finally graduated with a radiology degree, which a lot of people don't know. And I didn't go further with that because the COVID hit, and it just wasn't the time for me to go into a hospital. But I have it if I need it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, we fast-tracked past college, and then I went back to the Delta. I was working pretty much full-time doing lawn care there. That's all I did was cut grass. And then I started on a farm full-time there and then cut grass on the weekends again. And then I did a catfish hatchery. I was an HVAC technician. And then I went on after that, and I actually helped my cousin. He was a landscaper. He started his landscaping business. He was also HVAC technician with me in the same company we were in. And he's the one that actually got me into the landscape side of it because I didn't really know much about flower beds.
Mm-hmm.
But after that, I decided to move to Starkville. And then the first job I could get was at Lowe's. So I worked at Lowe's, driving a forklift, talking to customers and everything. Then I realized that, in my life, do I really want to do this? Jump job to job within a year and a half, 6 or 7 jobs, whatever, in a year and a half is quite ridiculous, if you tell me.
Yeah, that's
So I
a lot.
realized, I wanted to become my own boss again. So, and that's what I did. I was working at Lowe's. I had some business cards made up. I tossed them around to customers while I was working there. And I got a bunch of people like that. That's how I got started here in Starkville. And I got up to about around 30 yards that spring. And then my brother, he came down for the summer and he started working with me. So I had to pick up more yards. So I got up to about 60 or 70 yards mowing for the summer. And then he quits 3 months later after I get all these properties. And so I was like, well, I got to find somebody else. And I've had 1 or 2 guys that worked with me, but, they didn't last long. They just, I was working out of my house and I didn't want them coming to my house.
Yeah.
That's the main. So I ended up going back to solo, and I was full time by this point. I dropped Lowe's when my brother came on. So I went full time. I was like, I'm all in now. So I got door hangers printed. Next door, I got about 80% of my clients from Next Door app.
Man, you're like the 10th person that's told me that, and I have never figured out Next Door. I've never really fooled with it, but I've heard that a lot.
I'm telling you, I posted on there pretty much daily, and it was people commenting from the last year's post on there. I mean, that's how crazy that algorithm is on Next Door. I still got people commenting on it, and I haven't even posted on it this year.
Really?
But I picked up a bunch of people like that and started putting out door hangers, business cards, picking up the phone. That's the main thing. Pick up your phone. And then,
how did you do that solo? So that's kind of something that I think you could hit on there. You're running solo, like you got a lot of work to fulfill, but you're still growing. So how did you make time to do it all and still answer the phone?
It was rough. I work weekends too. So it was pretty much a 6-day job. It's not a 7-day because I never worked on Sunday. I go to church. Me and my wife do. So Sunday, we don't work at all.
Yeah.
I do my schedules that night, but other than that, I don't work during the daytime on Sundays. But to be solo, cutting all of them properties, when I was picking up quotes, I'd put them in my route. So when I'm out there mowing, I can go by their property, give them a quote, and then go and just keep on with the route.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, that's cool.
So I made it where I wouldn't have to, make one whole day of just going out and doing quotes. It's just, a waste of diesel, really.
Yeah, and diesel ain't cheap.
But, yeah, I mean, because you think about it, out of 10 quotes, you might get 5. And
I'd say that's the importance of service area, though. If you can keep them within your current routes, that means you're tightening your service area too.
That's true. And another thing I started doing is every yard I'm at, I put door hangers on the adjacent yards. So 3 across and the 2 beside the one I'm at. And that worked tremendously because now, I pull into like a cul-de-sac and I cut 5 or 6 in that cul-de-sac. It takes me about an hour and a half.
Mm-hmm.
And, but I actually focus on bigger properties. So like an acre to 3 acres is like where I want to be. That's what I.
So you want the bigger ones?
Yes, I want the $100 to $300 loans. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And the reason for that is I can go there and cut that one property versus cutting 5 or 6 for the same money.
Yeah.
So, and then I had to deal with 5 or 6 other people versus one guy.
Yeah.
But what hurts is if that one gets rid of you, it's like getting rid of 5 clients, So it's not easy, but it's rough, man. It is. And then this year, with Fast Track to this year, I started out, everything was going good. I hired an employee. He started in March, and everything was going great. I never knew anything was wrong. And he told me last Monday that he wouldn't come back to work for me. Yeah. It was hard to hear because, I dropped back down to about 40 yards, 40 to 50 up in that area by myself. And then when I hired him, I picked up another 20 to 30, to cover his cost.
So you're sitting at 65 to 70 right now?
Yes. I'm by myself.
Are you looking to hire right now? What's your plan?
I am.
Yeah. You can't keep going back and forth. You got to, just because they leave doesn't mean you drop your business back down. When you get to this point, it's a tough point to be at, but like you keep growing. You don't like, people come and go. You just keep trying to find that right person.
Absolutely. I've always left that door open. I've had people call for jobs in the spring, and I called all them, and some of them have jobs, some of them don't.
Yeah.
I got some interviews lined up for next week, so yeah, I keep rocking and rolling. So the route's got to get done either way.
That's right. It just takes you a little bit longer now. Work a little later in the day.
Just a 10-hour day versus a 8-hour day.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I feel that. I've definitely had those days.
Yeah, they're rough, but I mean, it's worth it in the end. It really is. Because eventually I want to get to the point where I have Isuzus, kind of truck, and have 2 or 3 crews that run out. I mainly just want to focus on doing the sales part of it and the maintenance.
Mm-hmm.
I've always been a guy that worked on equipment. I've always worked on equipment. I enjoy doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. So you want to focus on selling and keeping everything up.
Yes.
I got you.
That's what I enjoy. I enjoy that the most, truthfully, out of everything.
Well, what are some of your steps that you are trying to take to get there? What does it look like just this year? Like, what are you trying to do to get to that point?
Absolutely. Number one, I got to find another guy real quick, because it's too much work for me by myself.
Yeah.
I got a few interviews coming up. Hopefully one of them works out, but I try to not get my hopes up on. I treat them good and everything else. I never argue with them or nothing like that. There's certain little things you got to train them with. Make sure they do everything nicely. You don't want them trimming the sidewalk towards the glass window or nothing. Edging it up. That wouldn't be too good.
We have had that happen this year. We broke a door earlier this year because of that.
Yeah, the simple stuff like that will eat your cash flow.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, so far it's going real good, and we do run bad boy mowers that you wanted to know.
Yeah, I've seen that I've seen you post about that a little bit, and I wanted to talk about that a little more in depth because I've seen some people, even some larger players, say that they're going to start checking them out just because the price point is so much lower than most any other brand right now. How long have you been running them? What are they like? How have they held up for you? What's that looked like? I mean, tell me about your experience with it. Tell the audience, because I mean that who knows? I mean, as you grow, like cash flow is important, and if you can save $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 on a mower and it be somewhat reliable, I mean, it's going to be kind of hard to pass that up.
You wouldn't believe it, but when I first started out, I wanted a John Deere.
Yeah.
Because, all the farms I worked on and everything else, they had John Deere mowers, and that's all I've ever ran. And then my dad, he bought a Magnum MZ. It's a 2013 model.
Mm-hmm.
Still have it to this day, by the way. But he ran it. And then he let me use it to cut family yards and stuff like that. So I started doing that. And then when we got the commercial, bid, that is when we bought two 2016 Mavericks. They're 60 inches.
Mm-hmm.
And they had a Kohler motor on them. We ran them. He's still running his till this day. It's a 2016.
Really?
And yes, I brought mine up here. When I started the business up here, I bought that Magnum MZ and that Maverick from the Delta. I brought it up here. So I already had the equipment. I had to start this business twice. So, but they held up great. But when you're cutting, 60 yards a week, them are residential mowers.
Yeah.
So, they really didn't handle it. So I went out, and it got me all the way to 2022. Them mowers did.
Really?
They hadn't a push mower.
Wow.
But once 2022 came around, I bought a brand new Bad Boy Rebel. It's got a Kawasaki FX1000 on it, 36 horsepower, with a 61-inch deck. And I had to order the Revolt. It's a stand-on mower that Bad Boy made. It's a 48-inch. And it took 6 months to come in. I ordered it at the same time I did that Rebel. The Rebel came in that next week. But that other one, it came in 6 months later, which was in the winter when I got it. But yeah, it was pretty rough.
Yeah.
And I've been running them two since. And they held up great. I told myself I was going to trade them in after 3 years, and next year would be 3 years. So, I haven't really decided if I want to or not. But they also got a fleet program. I'm part of that. You can buy 2 or more mowers and get discounted prices to them. You can also, if you have a 700 and above credit score, you're eligible for 0% interest for 3 years.
Wow, that's cool. Yeah.
And thing is, I finance all that.
Yeah.
The reason is the warranty, and if I trade them in 3 years, then I can just finance that one.
Yeah, yeah. You just roll them into the new ones.
Yeah, just trade them.
Yeah.
Some people say pay cash. Well, I didn't have $12,000 cash to spend on a big mower like that, or $8,000 for the Revolt. That's how much they are.
And look at the amount. And look at the amount of money that you've made because of that. Like, had you tried to save up $12,000 cash, how long would that have taken you? How much opportunity cost would you have missed out on?
Yes.
Like, endless. I mean, there's so much money that you would have missed out on.
Yeah, and that would have hurt me to try to hand $12,000 to a dealer too.
Yeah.
But
that would hurt anybody starting out, though. That's the thing. Like, you gotta be you gotta be cautious about what you get caught up in out there in the ether, listening to people on the internet and things. And I'm not saying debt is the end goal and the end all be all, like, to be out of debt. Yeah, like, be out of debt. Like, you don't want to owe people stuff, but you can also use other people's money to help you make money, and that's exactly what you did there. And that's super cool to hear that story. Like, investing in those machines paid off for you.
Yeah, I think what helped the most was the 0% interest for 3 years. Even though they get their money up front, I know that.
Yeah,
but they trick you into their game.
Yeah,
and that's how they had to do it. Business is business. I understand.
Yeah.
But them mowers, they're still kicking a day. I was riding a Revolt this morning, so mowing yards, and I actually just got into walk behinds. Pretty much about a month ago.
Really?
I bought it's a 2012 X-Mark Metro 36-inch.
Mm-hmm.
Fitting back gates. It's a belt drive too, so there's no hydro transmission on it.
So what made you go with that over getting another Revolt, another stand-on?
$1,200.
Okay, so you picked it up for a good price. That's awesome. That's really good.
Yes. And, this guy, he was in Memphis. And he wanted $2,000 for it. He said it's been garage kept. It looked good, and basically it just needed some stickers. Stickers were peeling on it.
Yeah.
And he sent me a video of it running and everything else, and I said, I'll give you 12 tomorrow. And he's like, I'll take it. So I drove all the way to Memphis, picked it up, and I made that back within a week.
Yeah.
With that mower. So, because that alleviated my push mower completely. Because I do have yards that are every one of them has a back gate that's like 3 foot wide. But I have about 20 to 30 of them that have a small back gate.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that mower is completely great for what I'm doing. And then I just bought another one.
Really?
Last week. Yeah. Yeah, I'll be posting that one on the YouTube.
So what,
shortly.
you got another 36-inch?
No, I bought a 48.
Okay.
It's an X Mark II. This one was in Starkville, and he wanted $500 cash for it.
Wow, and it runs?
And, yeah, that's what I said. But he was transitioning it from, they have a pull cord on top of the engine.
Yeah.
He was making it electric start. So he had a starter on it, a new flywheel, and all it needed was some battery and some wires and a solenoid and a switch. And it would crank right up. So I brought it home and I put about $200 worth of wires and batteries and everything in it and fired up, cranked right up. It smoked very bad. Yeah. But, when I was there, I turned over the flywheel to make sure the engine was loose.
Yeah.
Not locked up or anything. So all that was good. And now I got it to the point where, it runs like a sewing machine. So,
really?
Yes.
Why was it smoking?
Well, it's had a lot of problems. The float was stuck on the carburetor, and when that happens, gas fills up the carburetor, and then it goes into where the spark plugs are and everything else, and it goes into the crankcase. Well, the reason I noticed that was because when you check the oil, after I done changed it like 3 times, it was full of gas. So when it's, 2-3 inches above where the fuel line is on the fuel line on the dipstick, it's above that, and when you smell it, it smells like straight gasoline, and that that's a big issue. But I also had a whole bottle of seafoam in there, so it's going to smoke a little bit, but not as much as it was. And it was surging. That was another problem it was having.
Yeah.
But now, it's got new cold packs, spark plugs, oil change, gas tank was cleaned out, all new fuel lines, fuel filter, the battery, the wires. It's got new tires on it. The tires are terrible on that one. It's got new blades and all that,
So how much money do you think you put into it?
As of right now, I got about $400 to $500 around that area.
So you essentially have a not a new machine, but a really good running machine for $1,000.
Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's the
yeah.
You got 2 of them. There you go. Yeah, that is the benefit to being able to work on stuff yourself. I mean, there's value in that, and as you grow, that can really help you grow as well. If you can buy used equipment and save your cash, put a couple $100 in them, and you can get them running, then there's huge value to that.
Absolutely, but I would still buy the new equipment coming in because, well, until we go battery, because I know that's around the corner.
Yeah.
But, the new mowers, the way they built everything now is totally different than the way it used to be. I still wish they put a lot of grease alamites on the mowers we have now versus the pulleys and everything we have now, non-greasable bearings in there. And, I'm blowing them out a lot.
Really?
I blew 2 out this year on that Rebel, which is the first time it's ever blown pulleys. But the only problems I've had with Bad Boy was the choke cable. It would get seized up from like rust, sitting for a while, or and then the pulleys. The belt is still on it. I got over 300 hours on that rubble, and the belt is totally fine.
Yeah.
No tears or anything. So
That's awesome.
but I also don't run the OEM blades on it. I run the Ballard blades
Yeah.
because I believe they're lighter than the OEM.
Really?
And they cut good, so, I keep using them. Yeah, I've used Ballard.
Don't fix it if it ain't broke.
I've used them for like 3 years now. So
Yeah. I've ran Ballard on and off. We are running OEM blades on our stuff just because it's convenient to get them, and I really like them right now. They seem to be cutting really well. The Ballard blades on the deer cut at totally different heights than the OEM blades. And so that's weird. It's kind of an adjustment. I don't know if it's like that for every brand or what, but and I don't even know exactly why. But I mean, you put a deer blade on there and you cut it on 3, and you put a Ballard blade on there and you cut it at 3, you're going to be scalping everything. Or maybe it's cut high. I can't remember if they cut high. One or the other. Very big difference. So you got to be careful. You got to know which blade you got on there before you set the deck.
yeah, for sure.
But
this sounds like a pretty big problem.
yeah. They cut good. You just got to get used to make sure where you're like 3 inches on one is not the same as 3 on the other. So, yeah, man, that's cool. I mean, before we wrap up, we're coming up on 30 minutes here. Really 40 because we already had to restart. I mean, I don't want to hold you too late. What's some advice you've taken from growing the past couple years and just really doing it for 10 years now? Like, I know you've been at different stages. You've had employees, you haven't had employees. Now you're trying to add on more employees and grow some more. What has been like one thing that's kind of stuck with you through it all, and you said, "Hey, this is my non-negotiable. I've got to keep doing this. Anyone out there should be doing this, and this is going to help you get through those tough days."
Main thing is keep selling.
Really?
Don't ever stop. Because if you don't stop selling, then you're not going to, get work in the future. See, I live in a college town, so most of the clients I have are young.
Yeah.
And then, I say like 10 to 15% are, the elderly, older people that are retired here. But most of them, this is a college town, so you'll have them for 1 or 2 to 4 years, and then they'll move. And then you'll lose that client. And, you lose one, you gain 2. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
So you just got to keep on going out there. Putting door hangers work for me fantastically. And next door, Facebook is not the best for me. It really wasn't. But next door, it helped me out a lot. And door hangers for sure. Like, you can target exactly who you want. You hang it on their front door. Don't even knock. I don't even do that because, it could be somebody that worked a night shift and they're trying to sleep. And you don't want them to, wake up and be mad at you or anything. So just hang it on their door. If they want to call you, they'll call you. If they need help, they'll call you.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the way. You just got to keep selling your work and to keep going.
That's huge. Keep selling. I like it. That's probably going to be the show title there. The night shift thing is big about door knocking. I have a wife who worked night shift for years, and so like I that hits home. Like, if you come knocking on the door and she's the only one home, that would not be good. There's no way we're signing up for your services. I promise you that. Not in that moment at least. So leaving a door hanger and going, I think is a good idea. I don't think door knocking is bad. I mean, it's not terrible, but like you got to. That's a risk you take, and I know that it's a small risk. I mean, it's one in probably every 100 houses, maybe, but still, just like you just want to be careful. So, but I do know people who have straight up door knocked, and they have grown their business because of that. Like, they got in front of the customer, presented the solution to their problem is, and they signed them up on the doorstep. So, I think there is definitely merit to both.
Yeah, it does work. You just when you have people, I've had them before, when I knocked on the door and, they'll be mad or they'll be having a fight with their, spouse or whatever during that time. It's just, not a good thing to walk into. But now I just want to target, the clients. And then again, if I knock on the door, then I got to spend, 5 to 10 minutes talking to them and selling myself. But when they call me from the door hanger, I can focus on that. When they call me, I'll come out and then I'll do the estimate and I'll do it all in person so they can meet me and sell myself that way instead of, selling while I'm working. Like when I'm mowing yards, I don't want to be talking to everybody at the same time.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying to get through the route.
I got you. That's cool, man. Well, before we wrap up, tell us a little bit about your YouTube channel, what you do there. I've seen you've been posting some stuff there recently, and it's been growing. So tell me a little bit about that, what your goal is with that, and where everybody can follow along with you there.
Yes. Right now, I'm trying to grow it to at least 1,000 subscribers. I'm at 935, I believe, right now as we speak. I started a year ago with my trailer setup video. That's got over 50,000 views. So most of these listeners probably have seen it.
Yeah.
But that video, it took off, and I just enjoyed videoing myself. And, I had a real problem with it because, I had bad anxiety too.
Yeah.
I had a camera in front of my face. It was kind of awkward. People looking at you as you got a camera in your face. But now, it took a few months, and I was good to go. But I want to grow the channel. I want to post on it more. I have videos, and I'm actually working on editing one tonight. So, yeah, but main thing is I want to grow that channel. It's Cole and then Heigle, Heigle, if you want to go check it out. But I post everything with lawn care and restoring stuff.
Yeah.
I have an old side-by-side mule, 2001 Kawasaki mule.
Oh, cool.
I'm not totally locked up. I got a whole video coming out on that one. That's my next video coming out. But I try to post on there as much as I can when I can. I'll film a video one week and I won't edit it till like a week later.
Yeah. That's how it goes.
The editing, the videoing's the easy part. The editing's what's so hard about it.
That's right.
But I'm trying to do my best and grow my TikTok. It's under the same name. So
yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. Well, keep at it and stay consistent, and you will see growth. I can promise you that. But where can everybody? So those are the best two places to follow you there. Do you do anything on Instagram? Are you in the community there, or is it more of just go follow the YouTube and stuff?
I'm on Instagram too, that's under Heigle Lawn Care, but I mainly just got on that so I can keep my personal and business separate.
Yeah.
From the Instagram part because I follow all the landscapers on that account.
Yeah.
But the TikTok is under my personal name. It's Cole Heigle, and so is the YouTube channel. I changed it from my lawn care business also.
Yeah.
Because I started posting all different kinds of stuff instead of just lawn care content. I want to, post pretty much everything. Like restoring stuff, hunting, fishing, fun activities.
Yeah.
Other than just mowing grass.
Yeah, man. Yeah. I love it. I
changed it to my personal name if y'all want to find me there.
That's awesome, dude. Well, I appreciate you coming on and spending some time with us tonight. I think there's some good value in today's show. Never stop selling. That's my biggest takeaway. That's a really good point there. Just keep going out, keep trying to sell work, bring new people on, and good luck to you in the employee search. Just keep hustling. Make sure that you're just trying to give them a good environment to work in and vet them before as best you can. I mean, I know it's easy. It's easy to say, hard to actually do, but don't just hire a body because you need to fill somebody. Like that's how you end up losing them pretty quick. So you know that, and I'm just a lot of guys out there. When you get in the middle of something like this, you need a body, you need to fill a position. Like that's good, but don't expect that to be a long-term employee. Like if you're just out there trying to fill a body. So Do your due diligence in your interview processes and stuff. And
That's usually when you hire a high school kid.
yeah, exactly, exactly.
Because they're off of school for the summer. So, but yeah, I'm trying to find a guy that can go full time with me.
Yeah.
Can, go from there. So, and I'm also thinking about going towards the storage unit route until I can find a house out in the country I can build a shop on.
Yeah.
Because the house we're in town, it's not. We have neighbors and everything else, so I don't want employees and stuff pulling up here.
Yeah, you'll get in trouble real fast with the city if that happens.
Yeah, but like one or two guys is not terrible, but when you have 3 or 4 or 5,
mm-hmm. Yep. I ran into those exact same issues. I know exactly what you're talking about. So,
yeah, I think I'm about to move to a storage unit and run it out there for a little while and see how that goes.
Well, that's a big move, man. Go attack it, go chase it, hit it head on, and I think you can see some real growth and benefit from it. But I tell you what, dude, we're coming up on 40 minutes here. I've held you long. I don't want to hold you much longer. I know you got a busy day tomorrow, and so do I as well. So let's wrap this thing up. If you are cool with it, you got anything that we missed that you want to hit on and share with the audience, or are you good to sign off?
I think I'm good.
You left it all out there. I like it. So, guys, if you want to come to the South, and you can hear people talk like Cole. Got that slow. If you and Jason got together for a meal, that might be the longest conversation ever. It might get out in an hour.
We did at the Kohler event.
Yeah,
remember that one?
Yeah.
We talked out in the lobby pretty much the whole time y'all were eating.
Okay, that's funny. That's funny right there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Jason's the one that usually catches the flag for the southern twang and the slow talking. So, cool, man. Well, I am super appreciative of your time. I thank you for coming on. Thank the audience for listening and helping the show grow. That's what it's all about. Just trying to help each other grow one relationship at a time. That's what we're here for. So, thank you for tuning in and following with us, everybody. We will be back here on Friday for another new show. Thank you, Cole, for spending some time with us. And without any further ado, that's going to wrap this one up, guys. We'll catch up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.